welcome to my channel, Twin Flame Spirit. My name is Yvonne. I welcome every one of you. Thanks so much for watching. It's a real pleasure. Thank you also for leaving me your comments on my recent videos. Well, it's not that many in English, so you could do better. If you're gonna watch my French and German videos, you can see how many comments I get there and how many likes. So you can really make an effort, please. No, I'm just kidding. Just you're welcome to leave a comment, of course, and a like, subscribe. You can also share my videos in YouTube groups, not YouTube, Facebook groups, and whatever you feel like is you want to do with my videos, like as long as it's legal, you're welcome to do that. So today, as you saw in the title, we're gonna talk about how bad it is to miss our twin flame, right? Isn't it like that feeling we have where we're like, oh, we so much want to be with them. I miss them so much. Like, I would give anything to be with them. I would give anything so he would be here. So yeah, that happens, right? Is that like the normal thing? Is that normal to miss your twin flame? Good question. What is the answer? I'm gonna have to respawn myself, I think. It's so quiet in here. Just kidding. Okay, so it is normal to have the longing for your twin flame in your heart. It's totally normal. It's God that put it there. That desire to be with your twin, it has a purpose. It has really I like the phrase, it has been put into our hearts. So we would have that drive to go forward, to be motivated, to have that motivation, to be on this journey, to be watching this video, and to be doing coaching, or to follow a certain e-course, and to read a book about twin flames, and to find out online for hours and hours and hours everything about twin flames, to watch oracle card readings, whatever you do. There is a purpose behind that, to push you forward, because we know that it's usually one twin who is aware of the connection and who has that role of pushing things forward. Yes. So what if we feel that need for them and that longing, and what do we see them do? What do we see them do? We see them reject the connection. We see them say we're out of our minds to be thinking that we're twin flames, right? We see them tell us that we should really get help, that spiritual group we joined really doesn't do us any good, that we should really have our head checked out. Yes, that's what we hear from them. So we tend to think they are so rational, they're so unawakened, they're so in their head all the time, they don't feel their feelings. While us, we're so in touch with our feelings, and we're so emotional, and we're so truthful, and we're so out there, and it's as if we took our heart out of our chest and we put it on the table and we say, here, take it all. It's all yours. I mean, I don't need it because it belongs to you. Just take it and do with it whatever you want to. We feel that we're we're sacrificers almost, right? We're the ones who put our lives and our love and our hearts on the line for we dedicate it to them and put them at their feet and say take it. It's all yours. And so we're so in touch with our feelings, and we're so open to speak our feelings, and we're so, we're just awakened and what we're supposed to be, spiritually advanced beings who know what we're doing because we feel our feelings, because we did a workshop on it last year for a weekend, how to feel our feelings, and then we did a yoga class right after, and now we're so in tune with the universe, right? And they're just in their old 3D self of rationality, stuck in old behaviors and patterns. It's so tiring to be going through that. That's what we think sometimes, right? Let's be honest. So I got news for you. Don't I always like sort of read the news to you? I have hardly any notes on here, by the way, but I always have a little paper with some little words on it. I have the world map, even if it's cut off and cut in half behind me, so I do feel like I'm reading the news sometimes. It's fun though, I love it. So, yes, the news is that that's all not true. Because remember that we're one. We're one at the core. We're one consciousness. We're one stream of energy. We came from one being at the core. The core is usually, I don't know where, doesn't really matter, up here. So up here, and that's just the higher dimensions where we're actually one. We were created as one, and we just incarnated into this earth as two people, as two different people, like a male and a female, right? It can be two men, two women. I'm gonna repeat that just in case someone hasn't seen my other videos. I really want to be clear on this. So these two energies, it's always a male and a female energy, but the body doesn't really matter. It can be whatever. Let's just put it that way. It can be whatever body. But you're twin flames in whatever bodies, but it's masculine, feminine. So as you're one, you share the same wounds, you share the same patterns, you share the same, you're one consciousness, literally. Like everything you do, he does. Everything he does, you do. Everything you were hurt by in the past or whatever, like the wounds, everything is just the same. So you saying he's like the rational one who's up in his head and who doesn't get it, while you are so in touch with your emotions and your feelings, well, it's just not possible. And since it's not possible, there's also proof that it's not possible. And I'm going to show you the proof why it's not possible and why it's not happening and why that's all a lie. So you feel you miss him, right? You feel you would do anything to be with him. Yes, that's missing. What is missing? What is the action to miss someone? What is that actually? It's not the longing in your heart, that is okay. But the wanting to get something, here come my hands again. Have you noticed how I like to play little humans with my hands? I used to play the piano, but I don't know if that's where that comes from, but doesn't matter. So you are trying with your little hands, this time, not humans, you're trying to get something from him. And where is he, even though he is you? He is outside of you. He is you, but he's someone else. He's like a person who goes to the bathroom in the morning, then goes to work, then drinks some water, and then eats some rice, and then goes to work again. And you're sitting at home all day doing something else. So it is a different body and the different actions that are taken. So you're sort of running to him while he's eating his rice, drinking his water, and you're like, I miss you so much. I need to be with you. You need to make me happy. You're not going to say that like that. Of course, you're smart. You're going to phrase it differently. You're going to be, we're twin flames. Can't you see? I'm so awakened. And you just have to trust me on that one, because you're just a little bit behind. And you have to trust me on that one, that we're twin flames. So now put down your rice bowl and come be with me. That's what you do. You have sort of this higher attitude, right? You sort of look down on him a little bit because he doesn't get it. He's just stuck somewhere in the middle age, and you get it. So you're going to phrase it like that. What you're actually saying though is, I need to make you happy. I need you to make me happy. Yes. And what do you actually miss if you, what are you actually doing if you go outside of yourself to look for your happiness and for your source of happiness? Are you really in touch with your feelings if you do that? Are you really you're one, remember? You and him are one. If you miss him, don't you actually miss yourself? Don't you miss your love? Don't you miss your attention, your compassion, your own love, being showered in love by yourself and by God? Isn't it that what you're missing? I think it is, but you're putting it outside of yourself. You're putting it with him. How much power are you giving to a human being? Even if he's your twin, even if he's like whatever, like your 5-star royal, divine by God, whatever, never seen 76D relationship, karmic ascension twin, even if he's that, it's still someone or something outside of yourself that you're looking for to give you your happiness. And that's actually what we're not supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be on this journey. We learn to get the happiness and the peace we're seeking and the love we're seeking from ourselves. Like ourselves, from our connection with God, from our divine source and our relationship with the divine. And that's where we get our power from and our love from. And that's where we feel it comes down from, I was going to say upstairs, sort of upstairs. It comes down from heaven, let's say, from God, goes through us, and then we create our reality, right? It flows through us and from us out into the world. And that's where we create our relationships, our work, our job, our relationship with our animals we have at home, with our dogs, with our hobbies, everything. So we are responsible for that, to create that. That's on us. That's really just on us. We have to do that. It's our responsibility, not our twins. So we're actually out of touch with that, totally out of touch. So we're no less rational than he is. We're no less afraid of love than he is. We're just like phrasing it in a different way. We're like so projecting it outwards, like putting the blame on him basically, like you don't want to. If you were able to commit to me and see the truth, we would be happy. Yeah, right? You wouldn't, because you're not happy with yourself. So first you need to learn, and also like you're saying you're in touch with your emotions, but like crying all day or like crying at his doorstep or leaving him angry messages and swearing at him, that's being highly emotional, but that's not being in touch with your feelings. That's something completely different. So we're meant to learn to be in touch with our feelings and to fill our lives with love. And because he's not up in his head for nothing. He's up in his head. I'm going to tell you a secret now that I lived myself, like I experienced, like even before I knew about twin flames, I felt it so clearly. It was almost scary. I felt every second. I never want to talk about my union now. I'm about to talk about my twin flame, but that's all right. I felt so clearly every second of the time we spent together how much he loved me. He loves me so incredibly much. And that puts him, like I'm not going to talk about my case, but in general, that puts the rational part in such a vulnerable position, right? Because he feels that he loves you so much, like even on a soul level, even if it's totally unconscious to him right now, he feels on a soul level how much he loves you. And what does that do to him? That makes him vulnerable, and even more so as he sees you, the woman, the awakened woman in touch with her feelings. He sees you running around like a headless chicken, like, I love you, I need you, I need you. And he's like, uh-oh, my heart isn't going to be safe with her. my heart is gonna be like destroyed like in an instant. Like when she like comes down from the high she's on or some drug she's on, I don't know. When she comes down from that, she's gonna like stamp, like trample on my heart, you know, like I'm not safe with her because she's looking for something that I cannot give her. And he feels that so clearly, and I lived that myself. I experienced that myself in my past, how much he feels that and how much he wants you to go be with yourself for your own sake. That's what he wants. That's what his ultimate goal is. So he's just as much in touch with his feelings. He feels the love and he feels what's going on even better than you do. He does. He does. I can, like, seriously, I experience it like that. He felt it more clearly what was going on in the dynamic. I was only partially aware of it, that I was like just as afraid of love and I was just pretending to be chasing him or to be wanting him, and like, but it wasn't the case. Like, I was terrified of love. I was terrified of my own love, my own connection, of his love, of everything, just as much as he is afraid. So that's the message of today. You're doing the same thing, and I invite you to heal the same thing. You do your part, he will be doing his part. Don't worry about him. Just get in touch with your own feelings, and you will stop missing him as much. It won't hurt anymore, because love doesn't hurt. Love doesn't need. Love doesn't demand. Love just is. And you're gonna feel that love and be able to live a peaceful, nice, beautiful life, just feeling that love, because that's the key. Then he's gonna show up. When you fully do that, when you're able to do that, to be just with yourself and with your love and feel how much you love him and be truthful to that, yeah, that's when it happens. Okay, guys, that was it for today. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. Leave me your comments, share, subscribe, all that. Get in touch if you want to do coaching. Someone approached me the other day. Lots of people ask me in German right now, but of course I can do it in English as well. You're welcome to reach out. I'm about to like put up my packages of coaching as well, not only like one session coachings, but like several hours with email support included if you wish that. So stay tuned, and I talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye bye, guys. Bye. Big kiss. Bye.